School's out, Christmas break, home for the holidays, meatloaf and fruitcake, off to grandma's, it's so boring, screaming kids and grandpa snoring. My Aunt Margaret's lost her mind, tripping on a train set, have another box of wine. It's gonna be a merry, merry, merry frickin' Christmas. I must be on Santa Claus's list. The tree, the gifts, the mistletoe kiss. Shoot me now, I'm sick of all my relatives. Have a merry, merry, merry frickin' Christmas.
And welcome to episode 9 of the Social Outcast podcast. I am, Santa Claus, and I have my co-host here.
Blitz. It never changes.
Yeah, I know. As for who that was, I honestly have no clue. Let me look it up real quick so I don't get in trouble for this.
The artist?
Yeah.
The YouTube video says Frickin A.
Oh, that was right.
So I guess that is the artist.
Artist.
Yeah, hopefully this video doesn't get taken down instantly for copyrighted content.
Well, it shouldn't. Song artist. Various artists. A Merry Frickin' Christmas. No. Oh, no. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. Yeah. So. Frickin' A, I guess. Oh, right. Thank you, Terpes. I forgot. I've been using Twitter a lot. Kind of, not really. But close enough. So, it is the 23rd of December. We are right next door from Christmas Eve. So, what do you guys have planned for Christmas?
Grandparents' homes, both of them. One each day, tomorrow and Sunday.
Oh.
And then it's back to just being on vacation again.
The vacation of YouTubes, too.
Yeah. Well, you can thank that to a lot of football playing in the snow and other things.
Is it
of the
American
sort.
football or football?
The American variety.
Okay. You honestly never know sometimes.
With me, yeah, because I refer to both the same.
Oh, man, it's so confusing.
Mm-hmm.
So have you, was there like a office party where you work for Christmas? Or, oh wait, no, you were off this week, so.
I was off the entire week, and I don't think there's office parties where I work. Honestly, people just the thing is, like, you get vacation based on how long you've been there.
Right.
And people who've been there for a long time get a ton of vacation, so I've had people tell me, like, oh yeah, there's certain people who, once it's Thanksgiving, they're done for the rest of the year.
Oh my God.
So there's no office parties. Like, people just take their vacation and bye-bye.
That's
See you
such
next
bullshit.
Yep.
Oh, I hate that so much. So my supervisor, our foreman, Greg, he picks up like every single year. It's the same thing. So no matter what, if it's like, oh, hey, I wonder what Greg got us this year, it's going to be the same thing. Oh, man, just drop that. And it's crackers, cheese, and sausage or salami, something like that. So last year, it's like, it was all wrapped up. I'm like, who the hell is this from? And James walks over and he's like, oh, yeah, that's from Greg. He does this every year. So it's never going to change. It's always going to be the same thing, except this year he added in like candy and stuff. So that's pretty cool. And then Doug, the 48-inch machine operator, came in late today. I was giving him crap for it, and he flipped me off because we have a We have a long running joke where if someone walks in late, we'll like check our wrist. None of us wear watches just to like piss off the person who showed up late. So he walks in with like this big bag full of stuff. And I look down at my wrist, like checking my watch, and he just flips me off, and I start laughing. And he walks over and he's like, "Merry Christmas, you bastard," and drops a small bottle of Fireball whiskey on my desk. I'm like, oh man, I feel like an asshole now. I didn't buy anything for anyone. Yet you and Greg are showing each other up. He bought booze for everyone. So that's amazing. And I tweeted it out, and what did I say? It was, let me check. I think it was my coworkers. Yeah, when your coworkers know what gets you through the holidays, Fireball whiskey. Yeah, that's the backstory of that tweet. And the 48-inch machine, it's how wide it is. It's actually a few yards long. I work at a steel slitting shop, so that's why it's called the 48. James runs the 24, and Dave mills everything. And I'm the guy who just runs the high-low. Fun. So yeah, I'm off until the 3rd. So that's cool, because...
That's the same for me.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
Because what happened was Thursday, someone didn't come in till like 9. We thought he was going to have the day off. And so we were all just joking. It was like, oh, well, there goes our Christmas vacation. This sucks. It was such a shitty week this week. It was terrible at work. It's like, I think Monday it started was where he's 4 feet tall running a machine. Terpes, that's great. No, he's actually the tallest guy in the shop, funny enough. But so Monday it started where like my leg was giving out a lot, and it was in my knee. So I was like limping all day long, and it sucked. I'm like, well, this is a load of crap.
Insert terrible Skyrim guard joke here.
Yeah. Well, I used to be a high-low driver until my knee just completely broke. So that was Monday, load of crap. Tuesday showed up, more crap, where we have basically a 6-foot tall coil that's only about an inch wide and weighs 1,000 pounds. And it's really thick, so it's really springy, and if it hits you, it'll hurt like a bastard. So we had to take those. They were too big for the arm that we have. So we had to spread them out on the forks of the high-low, which sucks. They were falling apart. They were a bitch to deal with. And we did that starting at, give or take, noon, or maybe even 11 to like 4:30. No, 3:30. That's right. Doug left early. And then all day the next day, Wednesday. So it was like constant garbage job for like 2 days. Thursday was playing catch up with everything. And then I fell off a truck twice, once getting up onto it. The ring was all icy. The ring to put your foot in the truck was all icy, so when I stepped on it, slipped immediately back. Luckily, I landed on my feet and caught myself before I fell on my face. And then getting off the truck, I was like, all right, how to get off this stupid thing without killing myself. I say that, I'm sitting on the edge of the truck. It's only like a 2-3 foot drop. Drop down on my feet, land on a bunch of black ice, slip, fall on my ass. And I'm like, well, okay. And I look over and Greg's literally bringing the high-low up, and he's like, what the hell happened to you? What's going on? You having a bad week? I'm like, yeah, I'm having a bad week. This sucks. And then today it was like pretty mellow, except I had to go and redo a bunch of stuff because of something else. Got a Christmas bonus and had a half day. So it was sweet. It's a cool way to end out the week. Came home, picked up Barbies, and played more Dragon Fin Soup. Yeah, so. And that. I'm also terrified of heights, Terpes. And our ceiling is probably about 20 feet, 30 feet in the air. Yeah, that sounds about right in my head. Maybe 25. All of our lights are on the ceiling, and they're these big, huge, massive bulbs. Almost like an old style Edison bulb. So, and they go out all the time because the electricity sucks there. So when they go out, we have to hop in a basket, tie it to the high-low, and get hoisted up in the air to change out the bulbs. And Greg walks over one day when I like first started there, when the light went out, and said, "Hey, you mind hopping in this basket and going up there to change out that light bulb?" I'm like, "No, I refuse. I don't care if it's tied. I'm not gonna die changing out a light bulb." It is probably the most terrifying thing you could probably do there. So yeah, I've been playing a lot of Dragon Fin Soup. Been playing
And
Final Fantasy. A lot of that too.
mm-hmm.
I've got 3 series going right now. Dragon Fin Soup, which spawned because of our podcast last week when we talked about it. I went home and I thought,
Did you get that on? Did you get that on Steam, or you've been playing it on the PlayStation?
Yeah, I got it on Steam because they've.
Okay, because I was like, I don't think the PlayStation lets you record more than like 15 minutes.
Yeah,
Plus,
no.
you'd have to do a separate voiceover track, I think, right? Something
No.
like that. No?
Oh, well, if I was recording off the PlayStation, yeah, I would
Yeah,
have
that's
to
what I
do.
mean.
Actually, no, wait. I mean, I could. It's hard because the PS4 has like this big, huge jury rig that you have to go through in order to get your voice active. So the way it works is that you have to go into this obscure setting that's like buried in the settings menu on the PS4, and you have to click, oh yes, use microphone while recording gameplay or something. And it's like so buried, I couldn't find it. I had to actually look up a YouTube video. I'm like, you know what? No, I'm not going to go through that if it's just going to be a 15-minute video. So I just bought it on Steam because they've actually updated it a crap load. So it's like you can feed your pets to revive them. Small spoilers, something happened to Big Bad, so now I'm on my own and I've just been getting my ass kicked. I absolutely love that game. Hello, Steven. Glad to see that you were able to join us. Got any big plans for Christmas? But yeah, overall, Dragonfin Soup is a great game. And it's silly and ridiculous. I was talking to a guy and Dragonfin Soup, Steven. Sorry if I said that twice. But I was talking to a guy and he's like, oh Robin, why is life so difficult? And Robin just goes, gee, what did you do this time? It's like, what? So I guess like he's trying to leave his wife, but he doesn't want to because he still loves her. It's just the silliest thing ever. And it's such a great game. And I have not eaten pants yet. So that's a plus. But I've only completed one mission. I'm on my 3rd one. Like, not the stupid intro quest where it's like, oh,
Oh,
go.
the one that you have to lose. It's
Yeah,
like
it's
it's
not.
like in black and white, and you're walking around.
It's a really cool like.
It's a great intro because it's like it serves as a tutorial and you're playing around, you're walking around, okay, beat up a few bad guys, and then you notice like more of them spawn, and then
Yeah.
more, and then more, and then I think even like a boss shows
Well,
up or
no,
something like
it's
that.
the boss, and he spawns with
Okay,
one or two lackeys, and the boss
that's
is
what it
like level
is. Okay.
50 or something. He's got 1,300 health, and he just one shots everyone for the most part.
Hmm.
He one shots your team, and then he can probably kill you in a solid 4 or 5 shots.
Hmm.
He's really hard, but I've been trying to kill him like when I meet him just for the kicks, just to see if I could. The shotgun's great for it, and you got like 30 rounds. So
Yeah,
my,
you can just run around in circles, shoot them, move, shoot them,
he actually
repeat.
has like a teleportation, so if you get like too far away from him, he jumps to you. It's such a pain in the ass trying to micromanage this guy, and you got to get it to where um if he tries to teleport away, he teleports, and then you immediately run up to him and you drop a bomb next to him, trying to blow him up. That'll deal like a solid fifth, sixth of his health, like a couple hundred in damage at least. So that's my sort of strategy. But oh yeah, the Final Fantasy playthrough. I've been all over the place with that. I'll get to that in a minute. But overall, going back to the Hooded Man, I have not been able to kill him at all. I tried maybe like 5 times. I got him down to 400 health out of 1,300, and that was it. Like I
So
can't.
so you just started, or you just kept restarting, seeing if it's actually possible to defeat him.
Yeah, pretty much. I was doing it on the Vita while I was
You
at
know
work.
what's kind of funny? I bet they have some stupid thing in there where he can't die. So
Probably.
you get him to like one hit point, and he just that's it. You
Super
can't,
heal. What up? Come
or
at
no,
me
like, or
now.
just you just straight up can't kill him. Like in the script for the
It's
game,
like,
it'll
oh,
just
now
say
he's
this guy.
immortal.
Yeah, exactly.
They pull a 15 on you where it's like, all right, I finally killed that guy after he was frozen solid. Oh, wait, he came back and he's immortal. Damn it. So, but yeah, it's fun. I went and did a mission with vampires, and what happened was I picked up
Wait,
a.
wait, the vampires on your team, or you were fighting vampires?
I was fighting vampires. Sorry.
Okay.
So I went up and I like finally found them. I was like fighting a succubus, and then just these vampires in suits show up, and it's like, "Oh, you're a pretty one. I wonder how you'll taste. Pretty sweet, probably. Really creepy shit." And it's like, "Okay, you're getting a little rapey there, vampire. Can you please back up a bit?" So when they spawn in surrounding you. So there's 3 master vampires, and then like 7 or 8 minor vampires, like basically peons and whatnot. Succulent succubus kappa. And so I'm like, all right, I'm surrounded. I'm going to try and get away from these guys. So I drop a bomb and try running away. I immediately get charmed, stay in the bomb range, and it blows up on me. Immediately kills me. I'm like, that dick. So there's a lot of me, there's a lot of smash cuts to me starting the level over again. Excuse me. Plus this one
Are you gonna have a blooper reel at some point?
no, I've got that little the channel offline
Okay.
thing, and it'll go to that, it'll beep, and then it'll just start over, and it's like, okay, we're back here.
Right.
So I do one of those smash cuts to the beginning and then start over
Okay.
again. And because I know what I'm doing now, and I know, like, I've tested the boundaries of what I can get away with, I just go and like blow through it all. And it's like, all right, now that I know, with like the worms in part 2, Those things hit really hard. Plus, they can cast stop on you, so you're basically stuck getting killed. So I found out the easiest way is to just run up, drop a bomb, kick it over to them, and run away outside of their stop and attack range, and then just let it blow up on them. Like, that's literally what I did. I think 1 out of 4 I actually had to run up and kill because I ran out of bombs. But then I found one, so I was able to kill the last one with like a skull bomb. And it's really cool because there's multiple stages of bombs in there. So like the first one is just a 1 distance cross that it hits the skull, which is the basic bomb. Skull bomb is like 2 distances away from it in a cross. And then like the spike bomb is like 3 distance away in a circle around it, so it doesn't just hit in a cross. It hits like everything in a 3 square radius. So that's a really powerful one, and that's what killed me when I was fighting the vampires. So after I'm done with this episode, with the podcast, I'm going in, editing episode 3 and 4, and then recording more. Because that game is super fun. And then also recording Final Fantasy VIII because I've gotten the next episode done. I've had to record it 3 times. The first time it was just me wandering around where it's like, where the hell is this place that I have to go? When I finally find it, I'm like, I'm just going to cut here and then start the episode here. And then I get through that recording, and then I realize I didn't record the audio of the game. I'm like, great. Okay. Rewind. Back at it again. So I didn't get that far into it, though. And the reason I talk more than Blitz is because he's actually back at his parents' house. And because it's Christmas, it's pretty hectic over there. So he keeps muting himself. So it's pretty much me talking to a wall, then sometimes the wall responds back with some witty comments.
Yeah, I got nothing. I just hit a wall there.
So no excuses. So I saw the tweet from Science Faction, Steven, about Carrie Fisher, and then I looked into it. Carrie Fisher, also known as Princess Leia, had a heart attack on an airplane. So they were only like 15 minutes out from like landing, and they were doing CPR on her and got a pulse after those 15 minutes. And apparently she's in stable condition now. But the funny thing about Twitter is after like it was stable condition, everything's fine now. It was Carrie Fisher versus 2016, and it's when she's dressed as Slave Leia choking out Jabba the Hutt. It was so funny. I saw that, I'm like, yeah, that's pretty fitting. It's like 2016's trying real hard to just like kill off everyone. And I think that's why people are all saying like, oh,
time to look for new cast members for episode 8.
Yeah, it's like they already CGI'd her in Rogue One. And by the way, Rogue One, fantastic movie from what I saw of it.
What do you mean from what you saw of it? You didn't see the whole thing?
No, I fell asleep.
You fell asleep in what's one of the most popular movies that's out right now?
I know.
Yeah, it was probably because of your work week, though.
Yeah, it was Tuesday.
Everything.
The bullshit day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I sat in those theater seats, and I'm like, this is really comfy.
Which theater did you go to?
The MJR right there.
So you didn't go to that Imagine one where like
no,
you could
I would have
really
been out for
fall
the whole
asleep.
movie.
Yeah.
So
Those ones that you can kick your legs back up and everything.
I know. I feel so bad. Chrissy got dropped off at work. The movie theater is literally right down the road from my work. I picked up the microphone mount, which is why I haven't been recording that long, because otherwise it sounds like crap. with it just sitting on the desk, you'll hear that.
Oh, that's right, because you mistakenly left it at my place.
I mounted it to your desk, and I forgot to grab the stupid thing.
I see. The funny thing is, I would not have even noticed it
I know. I'm like,
because it was
where the
behind my speakers.
Yeah,
So I'm just like,
yeah.
when you asked me if I had it, I'm like, maybe.
I thought it like fell out of my backpack in your parking lot. So
Oh, then
I'm like,
bye bye
where
if
the
that happens.
hell? I'm I'm frantically looking for it. I'm like, where the hell is it? And then it like dawned on me, and it's like, oh, I never unmounted it from Matt's desk for when we recorded Secret Weapons. Shit. So I texted you at like 4 o'clock in the morning. I fell asleep at 6. I didn't get up until about 3 o'clock, and then
Was that when you sent me that Skype message and asked me if I was there? And I,
Yeah.
and I was telling you, yeah, I'm kind of half asleep.
Oh, that was like the next night, I think. I don't remember.
This says Monday for me.
Yeah, it
So
was Sunday night, but I texted you Saturday night and like, hey, is the microphone mount there? Can you take it over to your house? And I completely forgot that you were off this week, so I probably could have just ran over during lunch and grabbed it. But yeah, so I ran over to his house because he's also right next to my work. We grabbed the mount and then went over to MJR and got in to go watch Rogue One. I got through about a half hour, and then like I just don't remember anything else until Chrissy's like nudging me, and she goes like, "Is this movie that boring for you?" I'm like, "What?" Back out again.
yeah, so guys, it was terrible. Don't go see it.
No, it was really good.
Our very own Marshall here
Something
just gave you his opinion.
No.
Can't even keep his eyes open for a
I
half
loved it.
hour.
No, I loved it. So I was out for like a half hour, and by the time they did this little raid or whatever on a Imperial platform, and start of the movie is a really slow burn, and I think that's what it was. I completely agree with you, Steven. But when they did like this raid on an Imperial platform where something big blew up, I'm like, oh my God, I gotta turn this down. I'm gonna wake everybody. I'm in the movie theater still. Shit. So I thought I had to turn it down so I wouldn't piss off my neighbors. I thought I was at home.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's a little
oh, gotta turn
odd.
this down. I'm still in the theater. Damn.
That's a really big TV. When
Yeah,
did that
I'm
get
like,
so
whoa.
large?
Yeah, it just like took me out of the moment really quick. I'm like, what the hell's going on?
Well, I mean, you're used to watching stuff on like 85-inch TVs anyway.
At my
So,
grandparents' house, I mean, I've got two 27-inch monitors here. What I normally watch it on. The
yeah,
TV
to be
is about
honest, I
40
think
inch.
those are a little bit excessively large
Yeah,
for my taste.
I've got one like cockeyed off at like a 130-degree angle, so it's not like flush anymore for when I play because it's too flat on the side. It's too big. I can't set them next to each other. Because for whatever reason, I can't. I mean, I don't know where the setting is to like take it off of screen 1 and put it on screen 2. It's always on the left monitor. That's why it's
You just like right click on your desktop and go in the screen resolution menu, I think. Seriously,
True,
I think it's
but
that
no.
easy.
I mean swapping the whatever it is, swapping it from like left to right. Yeah. But then what I would be doing is if I had it for whatever reason when I set this up, no matter what, it's always the left monitor is on the left, the right monitor is on the right, and the computer knows that. But I didn't set it up that way. So it automatically assumes that left is left, right is right. And in order to do it, you got to go on the right side of the left screen and the left side of the right screen, not the other way around. So if I swap it out, what I would have to do is when I'm on the right screen, I would have to go all the way over on the right, which there's no screen there, and then it'll pop up on the screen on the left. I know that doesn't make any sense, really, explaining it. I'm a terrible...
No, it makes sense. I can visualize it at least.
So,
it's going off the right end and it's coming out on the left end of the other one. It's like
Yeah.
a classic side-scroller.
Yeah, so it would be
thing.
really trippy. Like how I was doing with when First World Problems. Yep, true. How I was doing it when we recorded the show over at your place when I had the second screen. I had XSplit like off on the floor. And so I had to drag the pictures over on the right side of the screen on the desk, look over to the left on the floor, and like, all right, that goes there. It's really trippy to do that. It's one of the silliest things I've ever had to do. But for whatever reason, whenever I start up a game, it always pops up on the left screen. And so I don't know how to get a full screen game over on the right screen. But, I mean, I've got it worked out pretty well for now. But I still love it. I think it's the silliest purchase that I've ever made, and it's perfect.
Yeah, it's a little too frivolous for me. I'm used to just using the small screens or whatever. For the longest time
But
on
the
my
microphone
laptop,
isn't?
What's that?
But the microphone isn't?
Oh, your microphone's egregiously large. But, I mean, at least you're taking the podcasting serious, though. Me, I got this tiny little 1-inch microphone.
Mine's like 5 pounds total with the arm and everything.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. I just clip mine onto the top of the screen or just set it down.
Okay, that makes sense, Steven. Yeah, I mean, it's dumb to like distress over it because it's the silliest thing ever. I mean, I can live through it. It's just one of those, like, it's funny because when I first started it, like, I had them flush on that slight, like, little 175-degree angle, so it was perfect, and then it's like, I can't play it like this, I gotta turn it really, so it's not, like, lined up or anything. So it's like, nope, can't be perfect anymore, it must be fixed. But, yeah, so that's pretty much been the week. I will say, though...
Oh, go ahead and finish that thought.
I will say, though, I'm going to see Rogue One again next week. Because
let me know when you do. I might have time available.
Tuesday?
Could work if I'm not playing a football game.
You know what? You let me know, and we'll set it up.
All right, tentative for Tuesday. Got it.
Cool. So, yeah, don't fall asleep. Don't worry, I won't. So after the movie, Chrissy's like, yeah, the only reason I actually noticed you were asleep was because I heard you snoring. I'm like, no, I was snoring in the movie theater. And it's like
for a big time Star Wars film of all things.
It was a really great movie. Like,
did you fall asleep when I went with you those many, many, many years ago to the midnight release of, I think it was episode 2? Do you remember that? We went to that. That was the only time I ever have been at a midnight release for a movie. Went with you and your mother and maybe your grandparents. I can't remember. I just remember you guys invited me. I'm like,
when did episode 2 come out?
Sure. Like 2000 something 2. I don't know. You have to look it up. But
2002,
yeah.
Dead on.
Well, that was a good guess then.
I don't remember that.
Yes, I went to that with you.
I remember very vividly.
That's the only time I've ever been in a midnight release for a movie, and that's the only time I've ever seen that movie. I've never watched it again.
I can't remember this. I don't know why. And I remember very vividly when I went and saw episode 3, because there's a very awkward memory there that I am not comfortable with sharing. But I
Oh, come
remember
on. We've shared so many things on this show.
it it was when my mom decided to give me the sex talk, because it was what came up in our health ed class in junior high. I think it was like
Okay.
7th or 8th grade. But
Yeah, we were in something like that.
But yeah, so like on the way to go see episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, my mom decides to give me the sex talk. And I'm like, this is really weird. I'm just gonna not gonna pay attention, and I'm just gonna agree with you,
Mm.
because I'm just gonna
Hmm.
push that off to the
Yeah.
side. That's when I went and saw episode 3. It was like a 9 o'clock showing of the movie for like 2 hours.
And you
So,
probably had school the next day.
yep, that's exactly it. I think I went and saw it on a Tuesday, which is weird. But the only other time that I've ever fallen asleep in a movie theater was when my mom and her friend went and saw Castaway. She couldn't find a babysitter, so she took me with her, and it's like a 3 hour long movie,
Hmm.
and it started at like 9:30, 10 o'clock. It was like the last showing. I remember getting through like a solid half hour, 45 minutes, maybe an hour. I remember very vividly when he like knocked out his tooth with with a hockey blade. That's it. I was just out, and then I like woke up the next day in my bed. I'm like, this is really weird. Waking up somewhere that you did not fall asleep in. It just takes you out of the moment. But
Yep.
yeah, Wilson. That movie is good though.
Yeah,
I
I was gonna say, have you seen it
Yeah,
since then?
I had
Okay.
no like desire to actually go and see that whole movie. But like when I actually went and watched it again, I'm like, yeah, this is a good movie. It's a really good survival movie. And then there's always that joke. It's like, some of you might not know this. 143 minutes. That's close. 2 hours 20 minutes. But I mean, like, it was. Sorry. Castaway came out in 2000, so I was 8. But someone posted a really funny picture, and it was great timing because I had like just told Chrissy about this story, where it was, some of you might not know this, but the actor who played Wilson in Castaway was also the volleyball in Top Gun. It's like, that's really funny. It's the dumbest thing ever, but it's like, okay. And I think someone also, this was like a while ago. Um, the reason he called him Wilson was because it was a Wilson volleyball,
Yeah,
and
it's written right across it.
yeah. So I think someone posted a picture where they just like uh put like red paint on their hand, and then just like went into a store and put their handprint on the volleyball and just walked away. So there's just a red handprint volleyball with like the eyes smudged out for Wilson. It's like, oh my god, that's perfect. It's
I'm
such
sure
a
the
great
store owner
prank.
wasn't too happy about that, though.
No, but I mean, whoever did that made somebody laugh, especially me. Sorry to cut you off, but what were you?
Oh, I thought you ran out of stuff to talk about, so I was just gonna pitch a tiny little comment here.
Go ahead.
I see we got yet again another spam message on
Yeah,
one of
that's
our
a real
instantly
problem.
uploaded videos.
Yup.
We've
The
been getting a ton of those.
Lately,
What did this guy say? It still shows up in the notification.
he
It's
was
like,
like,
please click on the link and sign up. And it's like eepearl.com. That's probably like a hacker site, and you'll get a virus and blah blah
"Yep,
blah if
your
you're an
computer
idiot
will
and click
die."
on it. Yeah. But I just
Um,
noticed that, like, we'll post a video, and within a few hours of it being uploaded, just there'll automatically be a comment on it, and it's just some random spam. We've had everything from guys trying to recruit us to guy preaching the gospel. I mean, we've
You
had.
handled that one, and that was just weird. Cause like
I just came back from that church retreat,
that's
so
right,
it
that's
was like
right.
the perfect timing for me to handle that one.
Like, yep, I'm gonna take this, and it was so funny because knowing you, I would feel that you were serious in what you were saying, but
But if it was anyone else, you would
like
think they're
looking from the
trolling me.
outside, it's like you were
Yeah.
uh, unintentionally trolling him, which was you were counter trolling him from his trolling. It was just funny to look at that. I'm looking at that. I'm like, what the hell? It was one of the weirdest conversations I've ever seen. It's like a paragraph replied to a paragraph, and it was just like all about Jesus and whatnot. It's like I'm gonna let him handle it. But yeah, we've been getting a ton of those.
I also had the ones too when I was um,
It's like at least
uploading
one a
the.
week.
Yeah, no. Well, we had gotten them. We've been getting them for the last year, but
We
in
just
the
haven't
last
really
couple of
noticed.
weeks, they've been really picking up, though. I
Yeah,
think it's because we're just obviously they
uploading like
have
crazy.
some kind of algorithms or something
Yeah,
that
they're
these people are
bots.
using, and they're bots, and they're like, oh, look for any videos with no views and post a comment on it because they know that people will see that,
Yeah,
and then
that other guy.
they figure okay, if I spam a million people, maybe 100 will be idiot enough to actually do what I'm telling them to do.
Yeah, or the people who believe everything on the internet. Like
Yeah.
like I remember back in high school, I saw this video of a quote unquote air quotes alien attack where it's like this couple's walking through like the desert, and like the girl's like, "Oh my god, what's that?" And it like looks up really quick, and you see this meteor come down and crash, and the guy's like, "Oh my god, take the camera, I'm gonna go see it. Holy shit, this is amazing, you should really come over here." And like if the thing cracks open and an alien jumps out of it and kills, quote unquote, massive air quotes, kills the guy, and then goes over and kills the girl. I saw that back in high school. I'm like, yeah, that's bullshit. I can see the CGI
Hmm.
and whatnot. It's like, unlike Rogue One, where it's like, I think that person's fake because they had two CGI characters. The senator, the
From the original Star Wars.
it
I
was
heard that.
super weird because it's like I think she's fake, not Leia. Like the other queen-looking woman in the big white robe leading the rebels, who it's like she's like above Leia, and like this woman walks out and starts doing it. I'm like, is she not real? Is she CGI? It's like, no, it's just someone who looks freakishly like her. It's like, whoa. I think that's right, Steven.
I know that they fully CGI'd at least one character, though.
Yep.
'Cause when the
Yes,
reviews that I
Mon
was reading.
Mothma. Yeah, like someone looks. Yeah, they recast her, but it's like that looks exactly like her. That's super weird. Uh, Grandma Moth Tarkin was full CGI because the guy back then was like 70,
Hmm.
and Leia was also CGI because well, Carrie Fisher's 60,
Right.
not 20 anymore. But yeah, it was really weird because like looking at Leia, it's like, yeah, okay, she looks real, but then Tarkin walks on and it's like, I honestly cannot tell if you're real or not. You do look good like a real person, but at the same time it's something's off. You look a little
So
too
you don't
shiny.
really even know if you're talking to me right now.
Yeah, that whole uncanny valley thing, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Which I actually had to look that up because so many people talk about it, and where it's like a fake person invoking he's part of the Matrix. A fake, like a robot or a AI who that invokes like the fear of death in a person because it reminds you of your own mortality or some dark shit like that. And it's always just like the creepiest shit ever. There's one, I can't remember what it was, but it's like something girl and it's a Japanese robot and it looks horrifying. It's like, I'm not going to click on that. And it's like, but you can interact with her on your own. I'm like, no. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to die from some AI taking over my computer and strangling me in my sleep. Nope. Not going to do that. I do not trust it one bit. I have no clue where I was going before I started back on Rogue One.
Can't believe you fell asleep in that though. That's pretty bad, I have to say.
Yeah.
I might have. Well, no, actually, because movies have to be out for a while. I think I have like unused gift cards for the movie theaters from like Christmas last year. Actually, I'll have to look and see if that's true. I think I honestly do, because I don't watch a lot of movies. So, heck, you might even be able to just get in for free if I
Sweet.
can find that.
You always get discounts for everything. You don't pay for a game full price.
I went on a streak of
Oh my god. I have
at
episode
least
twice.
at least 3 years where I did not pay for a game full price. I always found some way to either get it for free or get somebody else to get it for me, or I found some other way to get a discount. And no, I did not pirate any of those games. They were bought through legitimate means, just not at full price.
I have. Would you consider ROMs pirating?
Yeah, it technically is.
True.
Because ROMs involve like it's that whole you're not supposed to reverse engineer or
Yeah,
remove
that's true.
the
Okay.
source or the executable from its original format or something like that. Because you'll read that if you read any of the disclaimers, it'll be like this is licensed for use on this system only and blah 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 and so on. So yeah, ROMs don't count. That's technically a no.
Yeah, okay.
Which is why, for my video series, I'm never gonna do any ROMs. So if I want to play a game that I actually don't have, I'm gonna actually look for it and buy it on the system.
It's one of those very gray areas. Like
Yeah.
Copyright claims on YouTube.
Which I've been hit before on them while my video was uploading.
I've gotten hit twice in the past 2 weeks.
I've noticed that.
Yep. The first one was on the Final Fantasy VIII one where they were at the dance. And Noah just runs up and it's like, come dance with me. Da 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 da. The typical Final Fantasy cutscene that goes by. And it's like, all right. I mean, sure, I can see that. It's actual music and it's a cutscene, but you get music and cutscenes everywhere else and it doesn't get hit.
It's because different artists contribute different things. Like in those games,
yeah, I get it.
Major productions, so that the music in that scene, somebody has a tight copyright control on, whereas all of the other stuff, nobody really cares about it.
Yeah.
And also I think there's rules like if the voiceover or other sounds are louder than the music and they're consistent, then it's not a violation. I don't know. It's really weird bylaws and red tape and
it really
such.
is. I got one hit on it was one of the 2 parts that I have uploaded of Dragon Fin Soup, and I went to it. It is the most obscure place ever. I can't remember what it was, but it's like, this is copyright claims. I mean, okay. I mean, I can't do anything about it. But it's like, it's just one of those weird things because you would think in technicalities, it's like, it's advertisement for your game. Free advertisement, most
It could
part.
be bad advertisement if you're acting like an idiot on it.
True,
They are
there's
associated with that stupidity through your. Then they would say you're sabotaging their stuff.
yeah, but everything that I play, it's because I enjoy it. I'm not one of the reviewers and it's like, oh, this game's a piece of shit and whatnot, and then the game company comes along and takes it down. Super weird because I was recording right after this, but I had just watched a video on how one of the main big YouTube reviewers, Total Biscuit, the British guy, was reviewing this game, and the game publisher took down his video because it was such a bad video for them. Like, it was a bad review because it was a bad game. And eventually he got the video back up, but like, it's just one of those weird things. Like, you would think if someone enjoys your game and is openly stated, and it's like, I love this game, I love this series, like, it wouldn't be that big of an issue. Sure.
Because the way you get caught on it is all bots. It's all automated.
Yeah, and
so they're not gonna pick up on that. You can put whatever disclaimers, you can say whatever you want.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. The system, the algorithm is gonna find it and it's gonna flag you for it. End the discussion.
That's why I'm gonna edit down this episode and re-upload it, and then make this stream private. So that way the music in the beginning doesn't screw it up at all. But yeah. Oh yeah, that was one of the other things.
I hope we are still live. Maybe we're being blocked right now and we don't know it.
Oh, we got Steven and Terpez talking, so yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Forgot about them.
That'd be quite something though.
Yeah, it's like, oh, we haven't been live for like the past 45 minutes.
That'd be some fast acting web policing there.
Yeah, it would.
It's gonna happen one day.
Eventually.
They're working on that stuff. Yeah.
Eventually.
The moment you say something, you get shut down immediately.
Trump sucks. Oh God, I got my network back. Sorry, guys. Speaking of which, the Christmas music. For those of you listening after, it was Merry Frickin' Christmas by Frickin' A, we believe. It's one of the... NSA is watching. That's one of the funnier Christmas parody songs, I guess. My favorite one is Santa is a Gangster from Nice Peter. One of the...
Oh yeah, that's right.
One of the,
I remember that video. That is a good one.
One of the funniest things he has ever put out, and it's one of the silliest things. I think he put
that out before he did the rap battles. Even
it's
an old
2010.
It's a really old video.
It's like right there, and I was playing it earlier today for Chrissy, and one of the lines was judging kids like I was Justice Scalia, and she's like, did they re-upload that because of Scalia? It's like, no, he did this back in 2010. I know.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that's really rough. But it's like, I mean, you can't necessarily like talk about anyone because, you know, eventually it's like, oh, they did this, that person's dead now, they're so bad. And it's like, no, they did this 6 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of Bob Rivers' 12 Pains of Christmas, I saw that as a recommendation. I'm like, I'll listen to this after the show.
You've listened to Down with the Christmas, right?
Yep. And
I
then
think that's what it's called.
I Am Santa Claus, the Iron Man parody.
Oh yeah.
What's your
I think
favorite one? My favorite
Down with
one's
the
Santa's a Gangster.
Christmas is definitely mine. I
Gotta
can't
get
remember any
down
of the
with the
lyrics, but I just
Christmas.
remember it's like something like I can see you have presents under your Christmas tree. So give it to me. Or something like that. I gotta go listen to it again. That is definitely my favorite though.
I think instead of the ooh thing that they do the ha rum bum bum bum. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, you're right.
I think
Yep.
that's what I remember, but
Yep.
in all
Okay, we got a lot
seriousness,
of stuff to listen to after this.
I absolutely hate Christmas music.
Really?
Absolutely
Which kind? Like all of them or
like
the
like actual Christmas music that plays constantly in
Okay, so
a store.
all right. Okay,
Oh, I
see.
love the 12 Pains of
So
Christmas.
personally, I'm not a huge fan of like the generic like, oh, it's a wonderful season and everything, but like since I am involved in my church and everything, I actually do like the Christmas music that's actually religious. But the other stuff is just kind of white noise,
Yeah.
to be
It's
honest. It's like, and plus they play the same stuff over and over again. What gets me though is, what irritates me is when they take something that's like a genuinely good like Christmas song and they turn it into some kind of advertisement, and all the TV ads you see, all the radio ads you hear, they all like play this well-known Christmas music.
Yep.
And then they're like changing the lyrics of it though, so it's their advertising their product. That personally gets on my nerves, because I think it's kind of obnoxious. But that's
Yeah.
just my opinion though. I find it very obnoxious though.
The reason I absolutely hate Christmas music is because I've had to go two holidays in a retail store where it's nothing but Christmas music,
Yeah.
and it's like 8-hour days.
That was one of the
7
things I
days
did
a
not
week.
like. That was one of the things that I did not like about working at Kroger, was the obnoxious B-list music that they played all day.
Oh yeah, it's
I
terrible.
mean, every once in a while they would play like one or two decent songs, but I think they even played like a Shinedown song at one point. But it was overall though, it was just like, this is painful.
Well,
And then they run the same advertisement over the micro or the speakers every 20 minutes.
yeah,
Because when you're a shopper, you only hear it once because you go in, take care of business, leave.
yeah.
But if you're there all day, you hear it repeated over and over and over and over again.
It's
And
terrible.
yeah, that was just one of the few things. But I loved going in the back room where the storage was, because the guy who was in charge of inventory would always blast the riff
Nice. So
really loud too.
I believe it. We had one of those guys there at Kroger. But speaking of music, I've been listening to a crap ton of metal recently. Specifically, Death Clock from Metalocalypse, the Adult Swim show. And the funny thing is that when I was working the holidays back at Kroger, Austin, the guy over in produce, said it's like, yeah, Death Clock just released their new song, and it's like, I really like it. And the song's called I Ejaculate Fire. It's a really messed up song, and if you pay attention to the lyrics, it's like funny but super dark at the same time. But he's like, they just released a song, or at least I just got it. I really want to play this over the PA right now.
You troll people.
It's
so
like,
bad
do
with that.
it. Play Death Clock. I will
If you
listen
have
to
control over that. Oh man, can you imagine
that.
somebody
You did,
like?
because if you had a phone,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Can you imagine somebody like hacking it or something, and then just playing all of this obscene music
Yup.
over?
I remember.
Oh,
I
man.
remember one of my coworkers came
Didn't
back.
somebody pull a prank like that or something at when we were in high school? I
I don't
vaguely
know.
remember something. Maybe somebody told me that was a story that happened to them then. I
Probably.
vaguely remember somebody saying where they only were able to do it for like 30 seconds, but they were able to play something over the PA at the school, and it
Yeah.
was just like made your jaw drop at how bad it was or something like that. Must be someone that told me that story then, but I vaguely remember hearing something like that. Oh man. I know that when we were in high school, the you know how there was senior skip day and there
Which I
was
didn't do.
I didn't do either because I had an exam on that day. I'm a
Oh,
good
that's
student.
right.
But anyway, there's also the people would go to on the spring vacation. They would go to these outlandish places and everything.
Yeah.
And I remember that the class of 2008 they got like all these T-shirts printed out for all the people that were in the class of 2008 that obviously wanted to participate in it, and it was something to do with like it said something like drinking something up to 0.08 or something like that because that's the at least in
Yeah.
Michigan that's the toxicity limit for if you get caught driving what constitutes a DUI.
I cannot go
So
driving right now.
but
I've been drinking since like
but
9
they
o'clock.
had these T-shirts though that said something to do with drinking and then '08 because that was their graduation
Oh, I
year.
can imagine
And
all the people
like,
that got in trouble.
oh, I heard the principal and a ton of teachers and staff had a fit over that,
I
and people
believe
were
it.
getting suspended and everything. Oh man.
It's like, it's a shirt. It's stupid. It's a shirt.
Oh, I saw some stupid shirts when I
I
went there.
remember when I was walking into Stevenson one day, and it was like perfect timing. It was Halloween. Walking up, there was a guy in like an Arabian white robe with a turban. And like the principal was like shaking his head and like pointing at the door telling him to get out, and the guy was like frantically trying to stay in. He was super white too, so it's like, oh my god, come on, please.
But
Oh man.
of course once you get to college, there's no rules.
Yeah.
If you want to have a Hitler sticker on your laptop,
Hell, the teachers will dress up as like a Roman soldier or frickin' V for Vendetta on the first day.
oh, the Guy Fawkes mask.
Yeah.
I wish I was there to see that.
Our
That
history
would've been
teacher
amazing.
walked in with a Guy Fawkes mask and the hat and walks up and he's like, "Who am I?" And it's really great because it was a really thick mask, so he's like, "Who am I?" And it's like, "V for Vendetta! V for Vendetta!" I raised my hand and I'm like, "Guy Fawkes." And he's like, "Correct! All of you are a part of the pop culture." And like said something really stupid. No, it was in college. But yeah, so it's like
That would have been amazing.
everybody was super
Would have been even more amazing if he recited that entire speech
Mary,
from the
Mary, so
beginning of the
contrary.
movie.
That might be going up as a video.
Oh, are you gonna? You should like at the start of one of the at the start of one of the podcasts have that as the introduction.
Sure, I can do that. I'll do that for New Year's resolution.
All right, we gotta give some context here though. So, one day Marshall sent me this
I don't even know how I found it. I can't remember.
ridiculously long text message.
Absurd.
Okay, it was absurdly long, and it was a poem, and it said something like, "If you can properly pronounce every word in this poem, you know English better than 99% of native English speakers," or something like that. And then it like made a comment like some French guy saw it and said he'd rather do 10 years of hard labor in prison than do 6 verses of it. Or or something like that.
And to further context, the length of yours was 6 minutes and 47 seconds.
It took me 6 minutes and 40 some seconds to recite the entire poem, and I botched a ton of the words, a ton of them.
Oh man, I like listened to about 30 seconds of this and was like, I can't listen to this.
Oh, so you never actually listened to the entire thing?
Mary, Mary, so contrary. Why must I suffer so?
That's what I titled the sound file.
No, it was so bad. It's like I can't listen to this. It's
Come
so
on, man.
painful.
Come on. Hey, at least I attempted it, though.
I looked at it. I got down like to 10, 15 lines or something. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna read the rest of this.
I read the entire thing, and being the nerd that I am, I went and like opened up the dictionary and looked up how they're supposed to be pronounced.
Yeah, that's how I read. That's how I read H.P. Lovecraft. Like I can't. I'm not smart enough to read that book.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
How's that coming along? Very slowly.
Very slowly. And yes, thank you, Terpes. I'm not going to ignore you like the last 3 times or so. The book's going and whatnot. Still very slow as of now. I've got a week off. So I'm probably going to be reading a lot. Probably reading the rest of Abaddon's Gate. I'm going to read some more of H.P. Lovecraft, and I'm going to write some more.
I thought you said you weren't smart enough for H.P. Lovecraft.
Yeah, that's why I Google all the strong, difficult words that I'm not smart enough for.
Oh, I get English.
I'm not very literate. I need internet for help. But no, alright, so this was the dumbest thing I could have ever done, where I've got this character like get dragged into this place. It's pitch black and he's like trying to find his way out. And so stupid me, this is an area that hasn't been touched for like 30 years and was like blown up at the beginning. And that's why it hasn't been touched for 30 years. But I have this character like in the basement of this place. It's pitch black and he's going through and ooh, he's got a magical flashlight with a working battery that he finds. I'm like, this is dumb, but I have no other way of like getting him to see so he can go do this thing. And then it's like, it dawned on me.
Deus Ex Machina.
It's like, what if I have a character drop in? Because I want him to encounter a monster. And it's like, what if I...
From our own characters?
Yeah.
I like...
It's the one that you read. The
one that was in the notebook, or the one that you sent me over the interweb? Okay.
Yeah, it's the one in the notebook. And how, like, I had the guy just magically find a flashlight in the dark. I'm like... I have no other way of like moving this along. I'm just gonna do this. Why not? And so I was like thinking about it. I'm like, what if I have a character pop up and it's like, who the hell are you? It's got a gun, flashlight, typical recon type character. And then it's like, oh, that's how he gets the flashlight, because the monster then kills that character. And it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, this is incredibly stupid. I'm looking at it, I'm like, this is bad. I gotta fix this. And so that was my fix.
Sounds like a Band-Aid to me.
Yeah, but I mean,
it's you know what though? That's what several revisions are for. When you're writing a first draft, that's what I do bad too. Both of us are very bad at this. You're supposed to just write.
Yeah,
and
I know.
Not really care about grammar, not really care about technicalities like that.
Oh yeah, no, I'll spell shit wrong
holes.
all the time. I'm like, I don't care, and then it's like, look it up later. That's what editing's for.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you're supposed to do. Although, like, with the book writing, it's kind of funny because I've heard like, if like to be a serious writer, you gotta commit at least 4 hours a day to writing.
Yeah, that's a
At
part-time
least.
job.
It is. And I know one person who's been able to do it, and he published one small book, and that's all he has to show for it so far. Although he's
Hell,
still working on stuff, but
Stephen King only does like an hour a day, and look where that got him.
yeah, but he's also put out a ton of stuff
Yeah,
by now.
I want you to, or
I'll read it.
question.
It's a
Okay.
discipline thing, though. That's what you need to do is work it into your routine, if
Yeah.
possible. Which is actually part of the reason why the Secret Weapons over Normandy videos haven't been uh, uploaded, is because
You got out of it.
normally that's a routine. I come home from work, I boot up my computer, I start assembling the videos and upload them, and then I go cook food, play my guitar, etc.
Yeah, throw
But
that
now
out
that I
the
have a
window.
week off, there's no pattern to anything that I'm doing. So I just I'm always doing stuff and I'm not thinking about uploading the videos. And then until yesterday, I'm like, huh,
Yeah, you
I
sent me that
forgot about
text
those.
message.
Yeah,
I was actually thinking about that. I'm like, nope, I'm not gonna butt in. It's his series, so I'm gonna let him do it on his own time. I'm gonna do my thing. He can do his. Still he gives me crap, so I guess I could give him crap about it. But whatever.
nah, you don't want to do that.
Yeah, no. You don't want to be brought down to my level.
Pretty low place, isn't it?
Oh, I see how it is. I see how that is. Mm-hmm.
But so yeah, I think this is a good place to unplug for a bit. It's a short episode. Obviously, we've got Christmas Eve tomorrow. We gotta get up. We're going over to Chrissy's grandparents' house tomorrow morning. Back over to my mom's house tomorrow evening. We're back at my mom's house Christmas morning, and then we're going out to Chrissy's aunt's house in the evening. So a lot of back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
And then New Year's Eve, I have no clue. Whatever. Flip a coin. That's where we end up.
Right.
But I will say this. There might be a scene change coming in the next couple of weeks.
A scene change?
Yeah, I might be getting an apartment.
You mean for your own?
Yeah.
Or you and Christy or
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's the one right there, like, behind MJR.
The one they just no, I'm thinking of something else. Okay.
It's,
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, I think.
yeah, it's by your parents' place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Over
So-
there. Interesting.
Yeah, so it's a bit back there, but like I remember when someone was like first looking. It was Chrissy's mom. I want to say she said it was like $1,200 a month there.
Ooh.
I'm like, hell no, never mind. Bye.
No, not even with what I earn, I wouldn't even pay that.
And then
No.
my mom sent me a message of it. And it's like, go to this place. I was like, what? This is bullshit. It's $650 a month now. What the hell?
Ooh, that's
It's
might be a bit of a red flag. I'd be careful.
No, I think it was a completely different place though
Okay.
that they were looking at. So
Just remember, in most cases, you get what you pay for.
hold on,
So-
let me ask her real quick.
Yeah, because I mean, when I was looking for a place, I wanted the price to be reasonable, but I also didn't want to go too cheap because I was like, there's a serious threat of cockroaches or other
Ooh.
creatures being lingering around if the place is not good. And sure enough, we didn't see any roaches, but we did see like crickets and stuff in some places. And we're like, nope, bye,
Get the
we're
hell
out of
out.
here. Thanks, but no thanks.
Yeah, it was the one across the street that her mom saw that was for $1,200. So yeah, I was thinking of a completely different one. I could have been moved
You're
out,
Probably feeling nostalgic
probably. So,
in the woods.
but yeah, it's pretty cheap.
I know of a guy that's living in the
It's
woods.
very warm and looks good. And my
You
credits.
can turn it into an entire studio. You can shoot
Probably better.
live videos like the ones
Yeah, I
that you've
wish.
wanted to do.
Before I move in, sure.
Yeah, you got a little. If you got a little transition period, it'd be
Probably.
perfect.
But yeah, so looks good. It's pretty roomy. It's warm. Like all the other apartments that I've looked at, it's like, yeah, this place has a very bad problem with heating. Even this apartment, our bedroom is cold as shit right now.
Where's my mom?
Hmm.
So,
Couldn't
but
find the vent.
yeah, so I gotta go find that out. I think Monday. And best part is like I had like shit credit before, and like going in, people were like, "Oh, what's your credit?" "Oh, it's this," and they were saying like, "Yeah, no." It's like they wouldn't even let me in to go look at the apartment. It's
That's
like,
pretty bad.
"Yeah, no. There's no way that you're gonna get in here, so we're just gonna not let you come in and see it." I'm like, "Oh, thanks,
Since I let
asshole."
you look.
And so it's like I found out that the you mind? I can hear it.
You found out that.
Sorry. I found out that the credit check here is just for like your security deposit.
Okay.
So it's like all it is, it's like it's either it's just a security deposit, or if it's like worst case scenario besides no, it's like it's first month's rent, last month's rent, and the security deposit, which is like $2,400 to move in and move out,
Right.
and that's pretty solid. Like I asked one of my coworkers who used to who used to live on his own in an apartment. I asked him what his security deposit was, and it's like, yeah, $2,000. I'm like, all right, that's fair enough. And it's not like I'm getting screwed out of something stupid. But yeah, so it's gonna be fun. So I get to go do all those applications and everything on Monday, and then within the week, really, I'll know whether or not I have it, and then I can move in. It's all tore up, actually.
Ooh, that makes it even better for a video
Yeah, but I
studio
can't.
then.
I wouldn't be able to get in there. There's no carpet. All the appliances are in the living
Oh.
room.
Hmm.
There's going to be a new bathtub put in. That's why it wouldn't be available until like the 15th.
Okay.
So like it takes 48 hours to completely redo that tub. Like with putting the glaze over it, then recaulking it all and everything. So like
Yeah.
it would be the 13th to the 15th where I wouldn't have a tub or a shower. But my grandparents are right down the road, so I could probably just shower there. So,
Right.
but I think they said the earliest was like the 10th I could probably move in. So it's going to be all new appliances, all new carpeting, and basically a new tub. And super cheap. So, yeah, like $680 a month. I can't wait. See you, Steven. And we're probably going to head out right now too. We're going to talk it up a bit, maybe do another collaborational video. I don't know. I have to pitch it to Matt before I say anything.
Right.
And
The stuff's top secret, you know.
yeah, Area 51 Turbase. Merry Christmas, Steven. Hopefully you have
Yeah.
a good holiday.
Have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
And yeah, so what's coming up on the channel?
Well, when I get around to uploading the videos, those will appear. We still have to do another recording session for the game.
One more
So-
will be done probably.
If we can marathon it.
Yeah, that'll
Like,
probably be
'cause-
Monday.
Okay, yeah, because
Or whenever.
we've had a lot of. No, Monday should be fine.
Okay.
We have a lot of we've had a lot of complications where we haven't been able to start till like 6 p.m. That's
It's
no
it's
good.
mainly on my end because I have to drive an hour. Two, I've been working on the weekends, both weekends that we've recorded, and like
Yeah.
it just drains me. And I always end up falling asleep while waiting for the perfect time to leave. Oops.
Oh, like last time? Yeah,
The
that's
last
right.
time and the time before that is like, oh man, sorry, I fell asleep on the couch while waiting for you to let me know when you were home.
Yup.
So we've got Secret Weapons coming up. We got like what 8, 9 videos recorded of that
Yeah, enough
to
to
upload. So that'll
they
be
won't appear until after this weekend. So they
right.
won't start
Yeah,
appearing till Monday.
yeah. I've got Dragonfin Soup. I've got a couple of episodes recorded right now. I'm gonna record a couple more tonight. I'm gonna record a couple of Final Fantasy VIII. Just do some cocaine callbacks, man. I like it, Terpez. I'm gonna do some Final Fantasy VIII recordings because I absolutely love that. I am hell bent on dramatically increasing the amount of games that I completed in 2016. I am
Af-
on Final Fantasy 15. I've done
After
Magic
I've called you
Circle.
out for
Yeah,
not
man.
finishing
Yeah.
games,
What other games have I completed?
Dark Souls.
Dark Souls. So I'm at 3 right now.
Dark Souls is a cheat. Dark Souls is cheating.
No, it's not. Oh, technical cheating. I'm sorry. I'll go through and I'll beat the DLC tonight. How's that? So,
I
technically Dark Souls. At the time that I beat it, it was the full complete game. I even did all the optional bosses. Frickin' Sephiroth of Dark Souls. How's that? Bend over, sir. I ain't spitting.
Except,
That's what that was like. It was terrible. It took me 3 days to kill this guy.
except he's required.
No, he's not.
Oh.
The Nameless King? Totally optional boss. Yeah.
All the really hard bosses are.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
So they're all optional because they're all really hard.
The game's optional. So I've got Final Fantasy VII on my radar. I've never beaten that game. I'm really close. I am at basically the final dungeon.
Sephiroth?
Yep. So hopefully I'm going to have Final Fantasy VII done. I'm going to try for Final Fantasy VIII. What? What? Yes, I can.
Okay.
Oh my god, backseat podcaster here. Sorry.
You're the one without a.
Oh, I'm sorry I don't have proper headphones and then I buy shit headphones and your cat chewed through my best pair.
The ones that I bought?
I'm sorry. Anyway, so hopefully I have 7 done. Hopefully I have 8 done. We're gonna finish Maze next week sometime. So we'll have that. And then I'm gonna try and finish up Last of Us. Because Last of Us 2 is coming out soon. And Dishonored 2. So I've got 5 games on my radar that I want to finish before the end. Before the end. This is the end.
That was a good movie. Kind of.
Well, it was. Both of them. At World's End and This is the End. So, that's going to be my Christmas break gaming out. And gonna get super drunk on New Year's Eve. Blitz is asleep.
Who's fighting?
Me and you.
But didn't I buy you those headphones?
Yeah. And you know what? Wait, was he not here? Are you there?
Huh?
Were you there?
For
This whole little spiel that I just did? I thought I heard your door open.
yeah, I've been here.
Uh-huh.
I just have been kind of chuckling to myself.
All right. Well, it was fun, folks, and we will see you on the eve of New Year's Eve.
All right.
Have fun. Drive
Merry
safe.
Christmas. Take care now.
Merry Christmas.